wanna battle me? Don't matter which one you got.
Welcome to Fight City NYC, time for Pound, the best boxing show in New York City. My name is Ben Chan. I'm here with Aris Pina, my comrade at arms at CompuBox. We do Punch Zone for HBO. We're the sexiest statisticians in boxing, folks. And unfortunately, our comrade at arms, Francisco Guzman, who writes for BoxeoMundial.com, he's a personal trainer. He's got a client now. He's going to be calling in sometimes, and he's going to be inserting his opinions. And we'll talk a little bit about that later on. But Aris, let's get into boxing. David Lemieux, middleweight prospect, fought this weekend. Against the son of a legend, Hector Camacho Jr. Knocked him out in one round. He's from Canada. He's a middleweight. As we both know, the middleweight division is wide open right now. Sergio Martinez is the ring champion, and then afterwards there are Paul Williams, Kelly Pavlik, and a bunch of other guys. Where does Lemieux fall into this?
Lemieux right now falls into the young prospect category. He's still young. He's still relatively inexperienced. He only has about 50-something rounds in 24 fights. Lemieux has knocked out all of his opponents except for one, and he absolutely wasted Hector Camacho Jr. in his last fight, which was somewhat surprising. Camacho Jr. has only been stopped once in his career, and he's a very durable guy for the most part, kind of mobile and somewhat. And Lemieux wasted him with a right hand, and it was a very impressive knockout, which he was supposed to do, but it was supposed to go rounds. So now we know Lemieux can hit, but we don't know much else about him because his fights don't last that long. So we want to see where he's going to go next. I think the logical step up for him next would be maybe a Peter Manfredo Jr., from New York, Francisco Lorenzo, a type of caliber like that, Angel Hernandez, around that area, that we gauge, really see where he's going to be at, because those guys will take him some rounds.
Okay. And speaking of other young middleweights, you have an announcement about a past guest on this show, right. Kid Chocolate.
Yeah, one of our past guests, former comrade at arms of mine, Peter Kid Chocolate Quillen, who was a past guest on this show. He relocated to California. He's now training with Freddie Roach, and he just recently signed a deal with Golden Boy Promotions. So congratulations, kid. We are 21-0 with 15 knockouts. He's another rising star in the division. Him and Lemieux will be a great fight. So, Kid Chocolate, if you're listening, step up. It's going to happen.
Thanks.
And his first fight is going to be on the Jean-Pascal Bernard Hopkins light heavyweight title match, which is set to take place in Montreal.
Good, and hopefully we can get him to call in to the show very soon. Kid Chocolate, best of luck to you. I have to admit, one of the guys that I'm looking at in terms of the middleweight division is the guy who knocked out the local guy, Danny Jacobs. Dimitri Pirog. He's a very fascinating guy to me. I was very impressed by what I've seen from him. He's ranked number 9 right now in the ring. So hopefully, there'll be some noise in that division.
Oh, there's going to be plenty of noise. I think Pirog and David Lemieux would be a great fight in a couple of years once both men have built up a little bit more. And Danny Jacobs, even though he just lost his last fight, he still fits into the mix also.
Certainly, indeed.